Hello and welcome back to a new series of Hearts of Iron, and this time we're playing with the Deluge mod. I've done a little bit of recording before. It seems to be a really interesting mod, and this time we're going to play something new as the Dutch. So why the Dutch? Well, for those who don't know it yet, I am Dutch and I've never done anything on Dutch, and you know what, I thought what better time to be Dutch. I don't know. I'm just trying out something here. Let's see, we've got apparently some troops overseas. That's mildly strange due to the fact that this is not our territory. This is actually held by our puppet. This is all our puppet, if I can put it correctly. Yeah, this is not ours. So yeah, let's just start off right at the bat and remove these troops towards I don't think that's how you write what they meant that it's supposed to be. Anyway. I'm still using the Rotor V56 no, just Extended Technologies mod. As always, links to all the mods in the description down below. Theme of the game is, I don't know. Let's kind of see where it goes. I'm just gonna look through what I have. What potentially we could do. Because we are a very, very minor nation, so I think it's gotta be important that I keep that in mind. We're not gonna be one of the bigger pushers. We probably should do well in, you know, investing in industry and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna abandon the Navy, for example. Dutch might be famous for having a Navy. Well, I don't think it's useful to have a Navy right now. So, that's military. There's one more civilian. We don't have that many factories. See, that's the biggest problem that we're having right now. That's a military factory. I'm looking at this wrong. There we go. And yeah, there we go. It's kind of what we got to work with. Well, look, I don't care much about any of these ships. Gonna replace this with convoys. Yeah, put it like that, and that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Right. So there are a couple of things here that might be interesting. Now, I don't really know how, like I said, what direction I want to go. There are a couple of choices here regarding to the government. We're currently a liberal government, so we're a bunch of Democrats. I don't know, I want to stay there. See, Germany is in a civil war, which would be the greatest opportunity for us to, you know, kind of get in there and gain a lot of territory and potential industrial power before anything else. Now, we do have slightly more than our original borders because we could own Flandern and a piece of Brabant, which I don't think is historically Dutch. Nah, even though we've been kind of mangled here. Anyway, but as they start in a civil war, it might be the greatest chance for us to get in there, but we are Democrats, so we can't. So there are a couple of choices here. We can drift towards ultra-nationalist, which is Anton Mussert. Louis de Visser. Alexander. I just don't know what to do there. It would be so much easier to go fascist or ultra-nationalist. I'm thinking of actually just going communist. I had an idea of going communist in a couple of games now already. I've done fascism, I've done liberalism. I just want to go commie, you know, red power. I believe that is considered radical. Yes, so let's go radical. So we'll go for this one. Right, we have no equipment, so training doesn't really seem like a good idea. We'll get a little bit of oil from Mexico, and I don't know, I don't have probably, yeah, I need world tension for that. Okay, so but we have an army. Let's assign at least a single guy, generic Me guy. What are we missing? Support equipment. Well, I can produce a little bit of that. I've got literally more harbors than... There we go. Balance is a little bit better. Let's see, civilian, there we go. Let's see if we can get some industry in this area. So we're gonna import the oil here, and we'll have no divisions in basic training due to a serious lack of equipment. Alright, let's start off and see what we can do. Now, I don't know what faction we're gonna go, but as we are radicals, I don't know if there is a radical faction. You've got the Commonwealth here, which falls under ultranationalism. The French are monarchists. The Italians are ultranationalists. I don't even know if there is a current. Russians are monarchists in this mod. British India is monarchist. China has some radicalism, but it's kind of a split here. Japan is ultranationalist, as I just said. We've got a couple of factions here in the US, kind of like almost everyone is represented except for radicalism. It seems like, oh wait, there's at least one nation radicalist. Quebec. Communist Labor Battalions. The People's Republic of Germany has basically conscripting civilians into construction battalions used for fortifying key locations as a British major city. In a speech, Ash Talman said that this desperate times call for desperate measures and called on patriotic German citizens to do their part to achieve the ultimate victory over the reactionaries. Well, they're probably gonna lose, as my own memory serves me, that was fairly easy to do so. Okay, Central powers have expanded. The League of Nations invites members. At the conclusion of the Great War, the French Empire began a project to ensure the peace and stability across Europe and the world. The League of Nations today issued its covenant and invited other nations to get in order to promote international cooperation and achieve international peace and security by acceptance, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, the Polish proposal was Serbian entry in the Central Powers, and we just got meritocracy. Now, this is actually fairly interesting, so I might go with it. You're probably gonna split system here. What is voting? I need to be at peace, but I need more. Okay, so how does this work? Do you get invited? 'Cause I never really understood how that research works, or something like that. So, League of Nations gains national spirit. All right, so. All member states of the League of Nations will be asked to vote on a proposal of 3 months. Okay. But I'm not getting invited, of course. And how do you become a voting member? Interesting. We're going to take individualism. So that kind of balances our radicalism with our democracy for now. Gives us multiple options. Absolutism. More than a war hero. Okay, what does it do for them? I don't know, but they are currently working on autocracy. So I don't think there really are focus trees, by the way. Not really. There are some... Join the League of Nations. We'll accept. So we're drifting towards democracy currently a little bit more, but we'll keep the... we're very social... Fairly, really, definitely, incredibly social, liberal people. Which is kind of what a part of the Dutch nation is. We're fairly social liberal. We're also... There is a bit of far-rightism these days. Anyway, let's see. We got democracy... Not interesting, not interesting. That is interesting. Not really. Nope. No. Nope. Yeah, that's pretty good. Radical drift and production efficiency, retention and production efficiency. I like both of these. Yeah, so these three will definitely make it in, but we'll start with the captain of industry. I like the fact that how this mod. Okay, so the International Court of Justice. Resolve international disputes before they can descend into war. All right. Well. We now have an opportunity to vote in the proposed one into the Court of Justice. We are ratified as more difficult to create causes belli for us. Is that us? Dick Jan de Geer. Alright. Let's see. So we vote yes, which gives us just for work time plus 100% just for work term, but it's good for us. A majority of League of Nations members will most and we must ratify it if okay. So if we say no, nothing happens. It's pretty good, to be honest. So we become kind of like an intervening system. I don't know. I don't really. I've no clue what this system, where this series is going. Oh wow, they are. What's doing well? Can I? No, I can't. Well, got some radicalism, and we got some. So this should, in theory, balance out. Convention on Prisoners of War. The old Hague Conventions of the 1890s dealt with the rules of war. Soldiers in uniform were offered to basic dignities and arbitrary executions banned. A proposal has been made to the League of Nations to reiterate these rules and give the weight of the law. If you ratify this convention, there will be a very slight increase in the cost of making war, but our troops will be less brutalized. There can be rules in war. It's not a contradiction. Central powers expanded. The Greek entry. Serbia-Albania war is imminent, so Serbia and Albania, these two nations. The political wrangle between Serbia and Poland has finally ended up after several days of secret meetings and discussion. The specifics of the discussions are unknown to the public, but troop movement along the Albanian border seem to indicate the surprise Serbian attack is forthcoming. Wouldn't really surprising if you know it. Let's see, political report, Austrian entry. So the central powers are actually becoming fairly big. Individualism is now in our grasp. So next up we get pluralism, which is pretty good. A lot. I like how this is just split up. It's not like you're either a democracy or, you know, it's not a single popular vote. Continental system. So protection from France. The Italian Empire is now a formal member of the French military alliance. Interesting. I have no clue where this is going. But I am incredibly interested. Let's see. The Convention for Prisoners of War is more exclusive. The military leader cost goes up, but political power gain just goes through the roof. League of Nations member. So as long as I vote yes, I become a League of Nations member. Is that what is that what happens? Right, I think it changes the how it works, but after only a couple, so 3 months before the final answer comes in. I think the previous vote has not been gone through the International Court of Justice. Okay, so Greater Serbia declared war on the Kingdom of Albania. The Hellenic Empire war on the Kingdom of Albania. So Albania is going to get sandwiched here by a miniature Greece. Wow, Albania is actually fairly big. Okay. So we'll soon get a notice on that one. Production efficiency growth is not really what I'm looking for right now. Resource efficiency, that's nice and all, but it's not really going to do much for us. Right, I think I'm going to go for the Royal Dutch Shell. So yes, the company called Shell should be famous worldwide for oil, that kind of stuff. It's a Dutch nation by company by origin. Research time 5% seems to be. We're just gonna, let's see here. Land doctrine research plus 1%. Support equipment production cost goes down. Democratic drift and political power gain go up. So I think we're gonna be a fairly hard democracy here. League of Nations voting member, individualism. So does it? Maritime protection laws. It doesn't change the actual thing here. Okay, let's see. Balkan conflicts. Polish Empire decided the war against Romania. Let's see. Balkan conflicts intensify. Mutual recriminations between Romania and Bulgaria over the future of the borderlands of Dobruja have taken a turn for the worse today, as the Polish government seems to have ordered Bulgaria a military alliance, and troops movement indicates the attack of Romania by the Central Powers is likely, as it seems to have already attacked. So Romania. Needs of sail, boarding and capture of merchant vessels was common. With the advent of aircraft and submarines, it was less likely. Even so, a proposal of the League of Nations has made that unarmed merchant ships should be given the opportunity by attackers to board lifeboats before being sunk, and to sailors giving food and water where possible to preserve lives. Sorry. Signatories will also have a responsibility to avoid attacking designated hospital ships. If we ratify this convention, our attack on convoys will be less successful, but there will be more desire to trade partners for nations risking the seas. Well, I think trade is important. That kind of gets me to a different point, though. The Dutch East Indies is technically not under our rule or our control. That's something I want to, you know, kind of ratify. So to do that, I need to start lend leasing you convoys. Monthly sending. Before that, I need to actually know how much I'm producing. I'm producing a couple a week. So we can send about 3 per month. So we're gonna start a land lease with you. Both convoys, number of... it's not that much, but 3 per month. There we go, let's get some 2 points per. That's pretty good. Alright, so I don't think there's a war in our nearby future, and we might actually join with the French here. Ugh, as filthy as it sounds. Well, the story about the deluge mod, as far as I understand it, is that the French won the Napoleonic War. Convention of Prisoner of War passes. Member states of the League of Nations have reiterated the old HoI Convention treatment of soldiers. Any uniformed combatant is now expected to be fed, clothed, and cared for while in captivity. Good. So this is gonna... Let's see... Convoy rating vision minus 10%. Trade up... Okay, that's pretty good. Especially we started getting rubber. This will be really become beneficial for us. Pluralism... Consumer good factories minus 2%. That's pretty good. Right. I have no real desire yet to join a faction per se. Whoa, you're getting back. 13 to 23. 36. Okay, so this will wage on for a while. Albania seems to have been divided by... Well, Serbia took one and Hellenic took the other, and the other war seems to be done as well. Iron Guard, Romania, and Magyar Empire. Okay. International Relief Union proposed. The International Red Cross has been approached by the League of Nations with a request to create an organization that will respond to natural disasters such as earthquakes, famine, and floods. The body will distribute food, clothes, medicine to help with the reconstruction effort. If we ratify this convention, we will have to devote a small amount of domestic industry to foreign aid, but we'll have an easier time justifying humanitarian interventions. Yes, we could become more like, you know, you're a dick, so we're invading you. That kind of idea. Welfare state, that's fine. Limited suffrage. Universal suffrage. That's good. National unity. Early mobilization seems pretty good. War is coming, and I think we should be part of it. Let's build the factories and everything. So yeah, we might be, let's see, we must never unleash the terror. Prohibition of poison gas passes. The League of Nations has formally banned all uses of poisonous gas and S3 gases in warfare. Though banned by the old HoI conventions, many belligerents choose to deploy these horrific weapons in the recent Great War. Now humanity once again demanded these terror weapons will be sheathed. Now, it doesn't really change anything so far. French intervention in the German Civil War. The Kingdom of Westphalia has been formally readmitted to the continental system in response to their inability to deal decisively with the internal rebellions. Frederick II issued a joint statement with the French Emperor to the effect that all rebels must immediately lay down arms or be crushed. The French government should begin moving troops into Germany soon, in what most observers agree will be a short campaign against the disorganized Reds and nationalists. So it's going to be in favor, I guess, of Kingdom of Westphalia, which sort of makes sense. Because this is a royal house, these are the royalists as well. So... But the Poles seem to have intervened here as well. That's surprising here. So the Teutonic Reich is just at war here. The King of Westphalia just got to war with Austria and Polish Empire, and the Reds are at war with all of them, while the Reds are most fucked of all, I think. Interesting, Polish intervention into German Civil War. In response to the recent French intervention, Władysław Sikorski has announced formal recognition of the ultra-nationalist government as the sole legitimate representative of Germany, and has signed a military alliance with them. Europe is rapidly descending into a second Great War. The Treaty of Versailles has been undone almost before the ink was dry. This is terrible news for European stability. Now, I don't know what we're gonna do yet. So far, I think we're gonna stick with, you know, good old-fashioned Dutch neutrality. Besides, we don't really have the backlog of doing war, to be honest. I think it's time that we start looking at some research, though. Architecture, construction, industry. This is tech. Let's see, this gives me some more resources, which is pretty damn nice. It gives me infrastructure and a couple of factories, and this gives me electronics. Alright, I think I'm gonna go for the resources first. Might not make much sense, but we're trading some of them away anyway. Soon, International Relief Union, Hells to the yes. We should get all kinds of modifiers, which I'm not really seeing somehow. Voting on International Relief Union has been concluded. Okay, this gives us access to the... Oh, does this modify... Oh, this modifies this one. That's how it does. That's interesting. League of Nations ratification... The final moments will be dependent on which conventions you have voted accepted. Okay, so that makes sense. Right, we got some concentrated industry coming up. Very nice. So far, resources doesn't really seem to be the most important thing. But I think it's time that we get some, at least our support weapons. German Confederation has weakened, capitulated. Not a big surprise there. The Reds were on their own. It seems that communism isn't really existing in this world just yet. I don't think it really exists at all. Kinda interesting, to be honest. Empire of Brazil, there's a lot of democracy and monarchists. A little bit of, you could hit a Deseret. Or Deseret, I think. Russia just still owns Alaska. Yeah, I'm actually fairly surprised that radicalism is not as popular as it, well, we should expect it to be. Let's see, I don't want trucks. I don't want trucks at all. Let's see, is there anything really cheap that can get me some thing that is useful for me? Yeah, we'll just start improving our machine tools, I guess. I'm really interested in how this wall will end, where, you know, where the end point lies. Production efficiency growth. So I think we're pretty much stuck on liberalism, at least 50%. And the International Relief Union fails. The proposal to create a disaster relief organization has failed, encounters opposition, especially from the Anglosphere and supporters of the laissez-faire, I don't know what it means, economy. Probably a little bit too utopian. But this should open up League of Nations ratification, economic assistance program, and leaving the League of Nations. That's not something we want to do. Let's just, alright, both of these seems to be pretty good. This one, however, doesn't. Kind of interested how they did this. Rome reborn. Benito Mussolini has announced the formation of the Roman Empire as legal successor of Italy. The new ultranationalist state funded on the principles of imperialism and national rejuvenation, has deposed the French Murat dynasty and replaced King Joachim. We're still running in the background. The most from Murat dynasty Joachim with a formal dictatorship. The Roman Empire draws its legitimacy from most famous pre-French civilization to control a unified Italian peninsula. Alright, this is ridiculous. It is. Politics will change. Liberal Party will become the ruling party. Let's see, centralists win the re-election. Who the hell are the centralists? The Democratic Party won an outright majority. Alright. Liberal Party becomes the ruling party. Well, I don't think anything changes. Wonderful. No, it doesn't. So that was a bit weird. Alright. Let's get the... Get that one going on. And let's get the legal ratifications. We're gonna begin implementing the proposals which are passed. So this kind of leads to very interesting, let's see, so we get a little bit more land research doctrine, support equipment will be cheaper, we're becoming far more democratic, we'll get a lot more political power, we justifying war goal times on us and against us takes a little bit longer, and we are less good at convoy raiding, but people will prefer to trade with us. I think it's all in all, considering it's pretty good. I don't need the... I think that what they try to do is the Dutch version of garrison. Is that how you write that? As far as I know, I'm a dyslexic, so you know, my own language. Alright. Yes, it is how you write that. Wow. Still, yes, I want to delete that template. Don't want to edit this one, I just want to train. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a little more combat width than I was expecting. I'm not gonna change this, by the way, I'm just gonna OCD my brain a little bit. It just changes the layout, doesn't change anything else. I want to just start training them one by one. Reinforcements and upgrades are more important than anything else. Alright. Let's see. Manage the subjects. We're slowly, very slowly, integrating the Dutch East Indies. As long as we're not trading from them, I think we should be good. And I want the territory back. I don't want them as a puppet. We might be for liberalism and all, but I want more territory anyway. Kind of be, you know, the world's intervention force, stuff like that. Can I send volunteers in this war? No. We need to at least have 30 divisions before we can. French mandate Pomerania has capitulated, which is the northern bit here. I don't know how these guys come into power to begin with, but they are gone. Let's see. Research and gain efficiency. Well, that's pretty good. So I need 2 more. Well, Smooth Talker seems like a good one. I don't need the communist. I don't need any of these. Not really. Not a monarchist. Anglo-Spanish alliance. The governments of Spain and Britain have agreed on a military alliance. In future wars, the 2 governments will not sign separate peace agreements with mutual belligerents. The British government also quickly ended its demands for the return of Gibraltar and Ceylon, territories we seized by Spain at the conclusion of the Great War. This alliance is surely intended for waging war against France. Concerning... And the Taiping-Japanese alliance. The Heavenly Kingdom has formally entered into alliance with the Japanese. It's believed that Hong Dakai will try to seize more land from the Qing government in a double-pronged attack with his new-found ally. This is concerning. World peace seems to be crumbling around us. Ah, a special research division is ready. That should speed up research. I'm not gonna stick with this yet. As fun as it all sounds, I think it's currently more... we've got more pressing matters. Okay, so... League of Nations ratifications. League of Nations Dutch entry. Domestic legislation passed by the ruling Liberal Party has met with praise by the League of Nations officials. Dirk-Jan de Geer has announced that the Republic of the Netherlands is now fully compliant with all conventions passed by the international community. Peace in our time. Well, not really, because we're at war everywhere. We'll look at the developer steel industry. The more resources we have, the better, more interest we have. Hey, wait, is there Russian forces? Yeah, the Russian Empire is sending volunteer divisions to... as volunteers, yeah, French and the Kingdom of Westphalia. Okay, improved machine tools is also pretty damn nice. We're not at 938 yet, so let's not do that one. Concentrated industry sounds like a fun thing to research, and, well, might as well start looking at engineering companies. Alright, are they all 12 here? I think some of them might still be somewhere else. No, they're all here. Oh wait, we've got a bit of a split here. Might explain a bit. Right, so anything here that we still wanted? There was national unity and a smooth talker. Both are really good. Political power gain is going out, you know, through the roof. We're gaining 2.6 a day. So we can just probably change the gold standard pretty soon. Go to something like either a floating exchange or infiltration printing. I'll probably go for floating exchange. We can go, let's see, radical drift, national unity, political power gain. Nah, we're gonna stick with liberal suffrage. And let's see, welfare state, labor camps, robber barons, and well, no, not really. Superior firebars, shells, and not man. Empire's precious bullets are cheap. I think that's the one we should go for, because that is literally a problem. Alright. I wish I could intervene in this war somehow, but you know, it's not gonna. That Dutch power is gonna make a big difference here. Oh, it seems to be a nice push here. The Italians are. I look at them. Yeah, the Italians are doing actually pretty well here. But with that, I'm actually gonna end the video. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. As this is the first of a new series, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and liking or disliking the video. If you dislike, please let me know why, because I might be able to change it in the future. If you want to see more Hearts of Iron and series like this, check out the rest of the channel. If you want to keep up to date when videos are usually uploaded twice a day. Sometimes it goes wrong, sorry. Hit the big subscribe button and the little bell next to it, so you'll be getting an announcement when a video comes online every 12 hours. With that, I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Bye bye.